What's up YouTube, Jeff back again today with a very exciting Samsung video for you guys. And today, yes, I have the iPhone 16 Pro Max in the house today. I know we're Samsung fans here, but it's always good to know what the competition is doing. And of course, since we are Samsung fans, I want to let a lot of you guys out there, some people out there, someone's out there thinking maybe I should trade in my Galaxy S24 Ultra and go to the new iPhone. There's always some temptation from someone. And of course, obviously I do it because I have to compare the cameras and keep you guys updated and report on that kind of stuff. But I want to tell you the Galaxy S24 Ultra is still way ahead of the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I'm going to give you 5 key areas where it absolutely blows this phone away and tell you why you absolutely shouldn't switch, because you're not really missing out on anything with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. Before we get started, do want to thank my 4-year-old son Jonathan. We got the Parasololophus and the cat hanging out over here. Always appreciate him for giving us some cool toys for the video. If you guys haven't yet, if you're a Samsung fan, check out our website, sammyguru.com. We're covering the latest Samsung news, tips, tricks, tutorials, reviews, all of our breaking news over there. We got a full-time writing team as well as myself creating videos. If you're in the US, you're going to order a Galaxy S25 Ultra. You can also get a free case cleaning kit, desktop phone stand with our mystery box program. Put in your phone number, your email right there. Sign up. All you have to do is use our affiliate link to purchase your phone on launch day. We cover the shipping and all the costs of the products, and you pay absolutely nothing to get some bonus goodies. Galaxy S25 Ultra is absolutely going to blow the iPhone 16 Pro Max away, which is another reason you shouldn't switch, because you're going to want to switch right back to the Galaxy S25 Ultra if you do. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into these 5 things and talk about them today. The very first thing that the Galaxy S24 Ultra absolutely destroys the iPhone on is multitasking. I can absolutely not believe that this phone, as large as the display is, Apple increased the display size, it's now 6.9 inches, has absolutely no multitasking capabilities. Unlike the iPad rather, which has some multitasking capabilities. You can do split screen, of course. This one really doesn't have anything that you can utilize aside from just, you can swipe between the apps, like on the bottom here, you can swipe between them, but that really isn't multitasking. What I'm talking about when I talk about multitasking is what the Galaxy S24 Ultra and other Samsung devices have. So if I'm in something like Twitter, I can basically do a number of things here. First of all, I can drag the window down like this. I can then minimize it into a pop-up view. I can do that with as many apps as I want. I can pin them over to the app edge. In addition to that, I can also use split screen multitasking. So if I've got something like Chrome open, I can do it from the apps menu as well. If you tap on this right here, go ahead and tap on it. You can go ahead and open this in pop-up or split screen. And in split screen, you can choose any other application down here that you're interested in. So I can choose, for instance, calculator if I want to do some calculations while I'm inside Chrome, or anything else to do research. And I can use pop-up mode while I'm also using my split screen mode. Absolutely insane, and obviously it beats just swiping between the apps like this, and you can't really do any true multitasking, despite the fact that this phone actually does have a big and beautiful 6.9 inch display. Apple absolutely needs to incorporate some multitasking into the iPhone, especially the Pro Max model, because all this screen real estate is truly going to waste, and Samsung is so much further ahead when it comes to multitasking, not just on tablets, but obviously on phones as well. There's so much more you can do. If you want to learn more about multitasking on Samsung, we talk about all the tips and tricks here. Check out some other videos on my channel, and I'll put them below if you want to learn more about that. The next thing that Samsung is still way ahead on is customization. So obviously you see over here on the right, I have my iPhone icons turned to dark mode. Now you can do this now in iOS 18. I actually showed this on the developer beta because I installed it on my iPhone 15 Pro. But if you long press here on an app icon, you can go to Edit Home Screen. And when you go to Edit Home Screen, you tap on Edit up here and go to Customize. And then you can choose down here small or large icons. And you can also choose light, dark, automatic, or tinted, which will allow you to get some automatic coloration. Now you can also choose to make the wallpaper either light or dark, even if you're using dark mode. Now the dark mode icons look great, but of course keep in mind that on Samsung devices, not only can you change between some pre-made options, Samsung has the theme park module of GoodLock, which allows you to install any custom icon pack you want, and they just gave you the option inside of Theme Park to create custom icon shapes, so you can use actually any silhouette that you're interested in with your icons. Now, of course, you also have other great icon packs that are made by icon developers on the Play Store. I've talked about many of these that I use over time, like Aries and Vera from 1.4 Studio. The Google Play Store has so many different amazing icon packs, and you can just quickly preload these and use Theme Park, throw them right on your Galaxy device. Now, on your iPhone, you can use icon packs, but you have to change the icons one by one, and it's very painstaking. In addition, Apple did make one change with the control panel. You can now customize how a lot of this looks, but Samsung is working to bring this feature to One UI 7.0, and it will probably be more robust than what is on the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So even though I applaud Apple for trying to customize some here, they're still way behind in that game. And in addition, when it comes to notifications, especially notifications on the lock screen, Samsung and Android in general are just so far ahead that it's ridiculous. Apple really needs to improve their notification game. Their notification management is absolutely terrible. And I kind of filed that here with customization because you can customize your notifications, how you receive them, and all of those things using Android. The next thing that I want to talk about is the S Pen. Now this is one where I really can't show you anything on the iPhone because obviously it doesn't have an S Pen, but I do think that Apple should consider adding a stylus because they have, once again, this massive device here with a 6.9-inch display that would be absolutely amazing to use for productivity features. The Galaxy S24 Ultra has Smart Select, Screen Write, Notes, Calendar Write, Magnify. You can use fill and sign apps directly with your S Pen, crop things on Instagram, sketch to image with Galaxy AI. You can even solve math equations, and I have a video here on my channel that shows you how to do that. All of these things are absolutely amazing. The new Smart Select function basically works kind of like circle to search. You can circle something either with the S Pen or your finger, whichever one you want, and learn more about it. You can even use sketch to image, and then you can use the S Pen to kind of tweak things. So many things you can do with this outside of just taking notes. Using it for Smart Select for cropping is one of my favorite things to do. And also when I was teaching math as a math professor, I use the S Pen a lot for that as well. You can also customize, of course, your S Pen menu fully. You can go down here, add things, kind of change the shortcuts. There's a lot of other great ones like translation. Pinup allows you to do some like coloring and drawing. And you can basically use it with any application that you're interested in. It doesn't have to be the preloaded ones that Samsung chooses. I don't know why Apple refuses. I know that Steve Jobs kind of had this idea that they shouldn't have a stylus with their phone, but I really think they should come around and see the potential. Having a miniature version of the Apple Pencil for use with the iPhone 16 Pro Max would be something that I'd be interested in, and I think a lot of other users would be as well. The next few things I want to talk about are some general flexibility advantages that you have on the Galaxy phone versus the iPhone. The first one is the iPhone only supports eSIM, and of course, on the Galaxy phone, right here on the bottom actually, we still have the flexibility of having a physical SIM tray where you can use a physical SIM. Now you can also use an eSIM with your Galaxy phone, and in fact you can use an eSIM and a physical SIM for dual SIM capabilities when you're traveling, and that's the real flexibility advantage here, is when you travel it's a lot easier to get a physical SIM in the location where you're traveling to if it's international, instead of having to do an eSIM. Now it's becoming easier, but this flexibility really is nice to have. The other one, which I absolutely complain about every year, and I don't know why Apple hasn't done anything about it, is the fact that you don't have a fingerprint sensor using, Face ID is the only way to get into this with biometrics. On the Galaxy phone, not only can I use Face Unlock, I can also use a fingerprint sensor. I have no idea why Apple got rid of Touch ID and decided to go all to Face ID. It's great to have both. There's instances where one of them works better than the other, and there's really no reason to take away the flexibility from your users. They could go ahead and put a fingerprint sensor right here, be able to get in right inside the display, just like on the S24 Ultra. And then Face ID, which is great, I admit, it works really well, probably even better than Samsung's face recognition, and it's more secure, but having the fingerprint sensor is a massive advantage in instances like when you're in bed under the covers at night trying to use your phone, something like that. Face ID just won't work, and then you have to get out of that comfortable position to unlock the device. So that's something to keep in mind, flexibility that the Android phones offer. You can also do things like side-loading apps a little bit easier, which Apple is sort of coming around to, but they're being forced to by regulatory bodies, in addition to all the other just general customization things I talked about earlier that come with One UI and Samsung devices. And then the last one that I always talk about every year as well, which I don't know why Apple, I do know why Apple won't use this, but Samsung DeX, which is truly one of the coolest things that Samsung offers inside connected devices on your Galaxy phone. What this allows you to do is connect a monitor, an external monitor, and you can basically get a full desktop experience with your Galaxy phone. And so basically if you were traveling, you want to use this as your only computer, you could do it. Just need a mouse, a keyboard, and a travel monitor, and you could do that. So if you start DeX, what it's going to do is it's going to try to connect wirelessly to any display that you have. I have two Samsung monitors in here, so I'd be able to do that. And then you get something that kind of looks like a Windows operating system where you could do word processing, spreadsheets, etc. I'll try to insert a little clip here from one of my past videos showing off Samsung DeX if you've never seen it. It's an amazing feature. Of course, Apple doesn't want to do that on the iPhone, because if they did that on the iPhone, then you'd be able to replace your MacBook and your iPad with just the iPhone and use it while you're on the go. I use this all the time when I'm traveling, just somewhere where I don't necessarily want to take my laptop. I'm going on a personal trip, but I might need to do a little bit of work. It works amazing. You can do amazingly powerful things, even for creators, with Samsung DeX. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe. Apple has made some improvements this year, but if you're a Galaxy fan, no reason to get tempted, and I guarantee you the Galaxy S25 Ultra will blow this phone away even more than the S24 Ultra. If you are going to order one, make sure you check out our website, get the mystery box, sign up for it, get all those free goodies. Appreciate you guys checking out this video, and of course, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching.